leg challenges, you said it many times. Are you glad that Novak exists?
No. I like challenges, but I'm not stupid.
What tennis legends actually think of Novak Djokovic? The tennis court is an arena where legends are born and reputations are made or broken. Today, we're talking about a man who, at the age of 36, has been the #1 tennis player for more than 392 weeks. His name? Novak Djokovic. But have you ever wondered what his fellow tennis legends think of him? Do they celebrate his success or secretly hate his guts? Let's find out. But before we do that, what do you think would happen if you tried playing tennis on Pluto? Comment your best guesses and thoughts below. We'll try our best to reply to as many of your cool ideas as we can. Let's have some fun with this. And as always, if this video serves up some tennis joy, volley that like button and backhand a subscribe for more ace-worthy tennis content like this. Let's kick things off with Swedish tennis royalty Max Wallander. For those living under a rock, this legend scooped up 7 majors from 1982 to 1988. Respect! But plot twist, he's not calling Djokovic the GOAT, greatest of all time. Instead, he's given us a new term, BOAT, standing for best of all time. Is it just me, or does that sound a bit like a yacht club award? So, in Wallander's book, Djokovic isn't just any tennis player, he's the best tennis player. But when it comes to being the greatest, Wallander thinks there's more to the picture. In his words, when you start saying great, I think more things come into it than just the sport itself. It's what you bring to the sport and so on. And I don't think we need to separate the big 3 when it comes to the greatest of all time. But the best of all time we have in front of us is Novak Djokovic.
Oh, what a point! Sensational from Novak Djokovic.
Remember that one kid in school who couldn't stop talking about their favourite superhero? Well, that's McEnroe for Djokovic. He's practically got Team Novak tattooed on his forehead. In a swooning fit, McEnroe remarked, "He's a phenomenal athlete, phenomenal tennis player, and I got to say, phenomenal person as well." That's a triple whammy of phenomenal, folks. For McEnroe, Djokovic isn't just another player on the court. He's the showstopper, the legend who keeps the crowd on their toes and sends haters packing.
But to see Goran and Novak together and making such a great team is nice.
Now, if we're going to talk tennis titans, how can we skip the 11-time major winner, the Swedish sensation Bjorn Borg? Borg's not just playing tennis, he's playing 4D chess on the court. And when it comes to predicting Djokovic's trajectory, Borg's peering deep into his crystal ball, and his crystal ball is telling him that Djokovic's tennis tale is far from over. He sees Djokovic as a torchbearer, someone who's doing a lot for the sport with his achievements. And if you're thinking Djokovic's trophy cabinet is full, Borg's suggesting there's room for a few more Grand Slams. Here's where things get spicy. Stefan Edberg. Oh boy, where do we start? Remember how Djokovic denied Federer those major titles between 2013 and 2015? Yep, that's when Edberg was coaching Federer, so Edberg might not be Djokovic's biggest fan. I mean, he once hinted that Djokovic stopped Federer from getting his due. Ouch. Side note, anyone else puzzled about Djokovic never winning the Stefan Edberg Sportsmanship Award? Seems a bit fishy, right? Chris Evert. This tennis goddess is putting her weight behind Djokovic in a big way. In her own words, "Over the past 50 years, I've seen and studied every champion in tennis. I have never seen anyone like Novak Djokovic. The combination of mental, physical and emotional strength that goes into every shot is unmatched." What a tribute. Now, who better to spill the real tea on Djokovic than his fierce court rival, the Swiss sausage himself, Roger Federer. Federer's danced with Djokovic on the court more times than anyone would care to count. Back in 2015, Federer gave us a peek behind the curtain, comparing his on-court face-offs with Djokovic to his legendary bouts with Nadal. Ready for some insight? Federer said, "Totally different players. Rafa has been tougher for me, but Rafa, for me, has been the ultimate challenge." But wait, he's not done. He continued saying, "Novak, especially in recent years, he's taking it to another level. That just makes it harder for me to dominate him." Sounds like Djokovic is giving Federer a run for his money, doesn't it? And did I mention Federer's comments after their electrifying 2019 match in London? Federer said, "Novak has done an unbelievable job in his career to find ways to just be better on you on the day or squeeze another victory out like the way he did at Wimbledon. If that's not a kudos to Djokovic's skills, I don't know what is." But this is where things take a dark turn, because not every tennis great is in love with Novak. Enter Martina Navratilova. Remember the name, because she and Djokovic have had more Twitter clashes than I've had hot dinners. Navratilova, who casually sat atop the women's rankings for a cool 332 weeks and snatched 18 single slams, once threw some real shade at Djokovic. How? By suggesting he barely had fans outside of Serbia. Oof. After Djokovic fans went ballistic, she tried to clear the air, but was the damage done? Now, when we talk about tennis legends, Serena Williams is royalty. But her relationship with Djokovic? Let's just say it's a mixed doubles match. On one hand, Serena's got Novak's back. Remember 2020? When Djokovic kicked off his Professional Tennis Players Association, Serena was all about it, cheering him on from the sidelines. But, oh boy, the plot thickens. Dive into the archives and you'll find a not so glowing moment. When the whole equal pay debate in tennis flared up, Novak made a controversial statement. He implied that since men's tennis attracted more eyes, they should get more green. Serena, ever the queen, clapped back with a zinger, suggesting Djokovic might want to explain to his daughter why she might deserve less than her brother because, you know, she's a girl. Burn! Djokovic did try to smoothen things over, and things seem to have cooled down since then. So there you have it, Novak Djokovic. Some legends adore him, some not so much. But isn't that what makes tennis so exciting? We're talking about a sport where giants clash and legends are made, where every serve, volley and smash writes history. Whether you're Team Novak or not, there's no denying that he's got the tennis world spinning on its axis. And as we come to a close, know that all these are just opinions. Everyone's entitled to them, right? So, while we're dishing out opinions, where do you stand? What do you think about Novak? And now for our trivia. Imagine playing tennis on Pluto, where it's so cold you'd wish for 10 extra pairs of woolly socks. It gets as chilly as -375 Fahrenheit, that's -225 degrees centigrade. That's much colder than your grandmother's freezer. Now, tennis balls are a bit like chewy candy. They like to bounce due to their rubber material. But on Pluto, with its freezing weather, our bouncy tennis balls would behave more like a glass candy. Try to hit or bounce it. Poof! It would break into a million pieces, similar to dropping a lollipop. Plus, Pluto's air is super thin, and its gravity is super weak. So even if the ball didn't break, it would just kinda float around goofily.
Jaw-dropping stuff!
Tennis on Pluto, more like a comedy show. And that, my friends, is game, set and match for this episode of Glam Slam Tennis. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment of the action and what we have in store. Until next time, stay fabulous and ace those serves.